Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Core Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got an exciting one for you. I'm going to be talking about 10 dirt cheap cards that completely ruin opponents' plans. That's right, ruin their plans on a budget. Check out that card list link in the description below. All that said, let's jump into it. And when I'm talking about budget, I'm talking about, well, yeah, at the very most 50 cents, and even less with this one with Mindslicer, a 4/3 that costs just 4 mana, and it says, hey, you know what? When I die, everyone discards their hand. Now, yes, this does impact you as well. Obviously, that being said, if you are playing a card like this, you've got ways to make up for that. You've got ways to either, well, not care about having a hand or draw down deeper into your deck. But yeah, being able to just go, yeah, we're all playing handless, that is an absurd way to say, opponents, you know what, all those plans you had, they are gone. You are now just top decking. You are leaving things up to fate, essentially. And I've got ways around that. But yeah, this is a great one to essentially get on the field and, well, it's kind of like an unblockable creature in a way, or just one that opponents will not swing into if they want to keep their hands, or you've got a way to just sacrifice it, either like a Village Rites or an Aristocrat style deck with a free sacrifice outlet. Such a cool card, such a good card, such a great way to throw a complete wrench into your opponent's plans. Moving on, just underneath that 50-cent threshold, we've got Bane of Progress. This card is insane and used to be a lot more expensive. A 2/2 elemental for 6 mana in green. When it enters, destroy all artifacts and enchantments, put a counter on this creature for each permanent destroyed this way. Yeah, being able to just go, hey, you know what we're doing here? What we're going to be doing is, well, destroying all the things you hold near and dear to your heart. And then I get an insane amount of counters, and then this is the biggest creature on the board. So basically, this is a great way to, well, make the biggest threat out there, and also get rid of all your opponent's pesky artifacts and enchantments. Obviously, if you're in a, well, deck like this, you aren't, an all artifacts or like Enchantress deck yourself, but you either don't have very many, or don't care about them, or it is an all creature deck, or mostly creature deck, being able to just utilize that. Keep in mind, this is an ETB trigger, not including a cast requirement, so if you have any kind of a blink deck with this, you can really take advantage of that and absolutely decimate your opponent's, well, favorite things over and over and over again. Next up, Butcher of Malakir. A very apt name because Butcher is exactly what your opponent's going to be doing to your opponent's boards. A 5/4 Vampire Warrior flying for 7 mana in black. Whenever it or another creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature. This is absolutely devastating. This is absolutely absurd. This is, 7 mana, but the amount of, well, effort you get out of this creature, the amount of, well, advantage you get out of this creature, the amount of decimation you get out of this creature is just absolutely crazy. And yeah, a 5/4 flyer, that's, that's pretty good too. That being said, being able to go, hey, whenever any of my creatures die, you're going to be losing something is crazy good. It makes it like impossible for you to get swung at, number one. Number two, very difficult for your opponents to ever block at as well of any of your creatures. And of course, most importantly though, again, if you're in any kind of an Aristocrat style deck and you've got free sacrifice outlets and a lot of creature fodder, you're like, hey, sacrifice miscellaneous creature, and you all sacrifice one. Oh, I do it again, you all sacrifice one. It's not going to take long for you to be controlling the board and your opponent's having absolutely no board presence at all. And then when that happens, you're going to be like, you're planning on playing a creature? Are you sure? Are you sure you're going to play a creature? Because if you do, I'm going to sacrifice this creature. So basically, you lock down the board when it comes to creatures at a certain point, and you decimate your opponent's armies. Such a good and powerful card. Next up, let's go lower to the ground with another creature in black, and that's Accursed Marauder for 2 mana, a 2/1 zombie warrior. Enters the battlefield. Each player sacrifices a non-token creature. This is very simple but very effective, and basically a reprint in a way of other cards, but at a lower mana value, and again, focusing specifically on non-token creatures, like Merciless Executioner, Fleshbag Marauder type styles. This is such a good card where, again, it is so low to the ground, you play it, it's basically an edict effect that says, hey, I sacrifice this, you all sacrifice something much more important, and there you go, 2 mana. But of course, in the decks that utilize this, it's not going to be done there. You probably have other ways to get this back. Maybe you got some Feign Death type effects. Maybe you got some Reanimator effects. Maybe you've got some Recursion effects. And essentially, you can just keep utilizing this, keep clearing the board out again and again and again in a very cheap way. Such a solid card. Pick it up right now for just 30 cents. Moving on, a card that you're not going to want to play Accursed Marauder probably in tandem with. Rest in Peace. Such a solid card, and again, one that used to be a lot more expensive, just 39 cents right now. Achievement for 2 mana in white. When it enters the battlefield, exile all graveyards. If a card or token be put into a grave from anywhere, exile it instead. It basically says, hey, you know what? In Magic, graveyards just don't exist. Death triggers just don't exist. So being able to say, yeah, we're not worrying about those, is a massive thing to do for just 2 mana. This completely negates certain strategies, a lot of very powerful strategies in Magic, and saying, the graveyard just isn't a thing anymore. You can't, worry about, reanimation. Oh no, you can't do that anymore. Any kind of flashback type effects, any kind of recursion effects. Yeah, don't worry about it. No, you just don't have a graveyard at all. You get rid of Threshold. Cool. Anyways, Rest in Peace, such a solid card that, yes, can completely ruin plans just by playing it. It is amazing. Such a solid card. Moving on, Grasp of Fate. An enchantment for 3 mana in white. When it enters the battlefield, for each opponent, exiles up to 1 target non-land permanent player controls until Grasp of Fate leaves the battlefield. This is a card that says, hey, you know what? I've got a lot of problems out there right now, and I can get rid of the biggest and best ones that each opponent has. So essentially I'm going, you know what, it doesn't matter what you have, I can get rid of it. Okay, as long as it's not a land, but still, the vast majority of the time, it's not going to be a land, right? Being able to just go, okay, those are my problems, they are now gone. Oh, and by the way, again, this is on an ETB, so if I've got ways to blink this, I can reset it and then get rid of the biggest problem out there, essentially, that I need to again, and essentially go, hey, you know what, actually, you just played something even better, let's stop that right now. This is one that you can also politic with, too, as well. You'd be like, hey, yeah, I've got to get rid of something for every player. That giant creature over there, I will get rid of it, unless you go and attack other players with it instead. So yeah, you can definitely politic with a card like this, but yeah, mostly, it's a great way to just get rid of your biggest threats of the board, ruin your opponent's plans, and reset it when you need to. Next up, one that actually can kind of get rid of a land. We've got Imprisoned in the Moon. Such a fun card. It's an aura for 3 mana in blue. Enchant creature land or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent is a colorless land with tap, add a colorless mana, and lose all our card types and abilities. This is such a good one to just shut things down. Whereas, Grasp of Fate is amazing at getting rid of a lot of things at the same time. This is a great one to just say, you know what, you're there, but you're not there. Which can be great against, lands. Obviously, Grasp of Fate can't touch lands, but here's the thing. Against a commander, this can be absolutely devastating. Because it's not technically taking out the commander, right? It's not making it move zones. So the opponent can't go, well, let's go back to the command zone. No. This is staying in play. Your commander is staying in play, but now it is a land. It can't do anything else. It can just tap for a mana, but it is a land. So you can't, block with it to try to get taken out. If it's like a Lignify type effect. No, sorry. It's just a land. So unless you can get rid of this, your entire deck strategy is gone, because if you built your deck around your commander, you don't have that anymore. So yeah, a great card to really, truly throw a wrench in your opponent's commander plans. Next, when it comes to doing things out of nowhere, yeah, that can really throw a wrench in your opponent's plans, and that's Evacuation. Such a good card. Instant speed for 5 mana in blue. Return all creatures to their owner's hands. Just 15 cents for this gem. Such a solid card. One that essentially goes, yeah, that's not happening. Here's what's going to be happening with this. Okay, an opponent attacks you with a massive army, giant alpha strike to take you out, and you're like, nah, let's not do that. Let's just reset the entire board. Especially against token strategies, this can be devastating because, well, all their tokens are just completely gone. This is such a good card at going, hey, you know what? You thought this was going to be happening in this way. You thought the board was in this way. Now it's not. There are very few ways to just clear the board at instant speed. This can be a great way to just, if you've got a hasty type deck too, right before your turn go, let's reset things actually. You know what? I don't like the way things are going. Such a solid card at just 15 cents. Pick it up. Moving on, though, a different kind of board wipe with Promise of Loyalty. Sorcerer for 5 mana in white. Each player puts a vow counter on a creature they control and sacrifices the rest. Each of those creatures can attack your planeswalkers you control as long as they control a vow counter on them. Basically, here's what happens, okay? Hey, everyone gets to keep something, but they can never come at me, which is absolutely devastating to your other opponents because, well, they're going to be like, well, I got to attack somewhere with it. Yeah, so basically it's a board wipe, and yeah, one that is kind of one-sided in a way. You're losing creatures too, but it is a board wipe where there's still going to be some creatures on the board, but those are no longer going to be a threat to you. So being able to go, hey, you know what? Those are just going after my opponents. A great card for just 14 cents. And finally, a staple for a reason, Austere Command. Such a good card for just 33 cents. Used to be a lot more expensive. Sorcery for 6 mana and white. Choose 2. Draw artifacts, enchantments, creatures that are big, creatures that are small, mana value 3 or less, mana value 4 or greater. It's a great card. Being able to just go, hey, you know what? Whatever situation I'm in, this is so incredibly flexible. Being able to just go, you know what? Let's just get rid of, well, all the creatures because I don't want them in there because I will have the best artifacts and enchantments and I don't have any creatures. Cool, do that. Maybe I've just got a bunch of small creatures. Okay, let's get rid of the big creatures and, oh, enchantments are a problem. I don't have any enchantments anyways. Let's do that. It's flexible. It's amazing. It's incredible. It throws a giant wrench into one's plans. Pick it up right now. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Comment below with your thoughts on it. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.